Hey, everybody. Let me get rid of this. Welcome to another backer-only stream. Surprise stream. We're going to play some Hook on the Sega Genesis. I've been wanting to do a quick play of this since I learned it back in November, but I haven't finished it since November, and it's now halfway through February as of doing this stream. So I'm going to take this time on this Friday night. I've got nothing going on. Granted, I am pretty tired right now, so I don't know how long I'm going to last, as seems to be the case with these backer-only streams. But we're going to start with Hook, and then I also want to try Steel Assault on PC, which I actually learned about 3 weeks ago now, as of this moment. And I haven't played it in 3 weeks, so... and then if I have the energy, we'll try to just play some other random games, either for quick play practice or just for fun. So, we are using a Sega Genesis controller, although this is the USB version, because we are on the Mr. FPGA right now for this game. After Hook, I'm going to switch over to my one of my PCs that's right next to here. It's going to route into my capture card, and we're going to switch over to Steel Assault, which is via Steam. So, yeah, welcome to anyone that's watching live on the spot, as well as anyone that might be watching on the archive weeks later. I'm going to figure out how to switch this into light mode. I have no idea. On YouTube's dashboard... YouTube, you're so weird. Apparently there is no light mode on the stream dashboard. It's all dark mode. The reason I actually want light mode is that you guys can see me a little bit better without blinding me. I basically use like the natural light from my computer screen, so there you go. I'm in light mode right now. You can see it's my face is a little bit brighter. And, so let's go to my live dashboard from here, see if it stays in light mode. Nope! Stream dashboard is always in dark mode. You have no choice. That's a bummer. That is a real bummer. How do I want to do this? I think what I'm going to do is get rid of... Nah. I don't really need to be able to see how many people are watching. I mean, it's a backer-only stream. Chances are I'm only going to have a couple people at a time. I don't know. I kind of like knowing who's watching now. Decisions. How do I do this? I actually have a really dumb idea. We're going to bring up a new window. It's so ghetto. It works a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I basically pulled up a, so I actually have two chat boxes, one on one monitor, one on the other, so I'm covering up one chat box on the right that is embedded into the YouTube dashboard. And then, replace it with the Google search prompt with light mode. So Tom says, the game is brutal even on super easy setting. You can get to stage 6, and then it just all falls apart. Yeah, Tom out in chat just got Battle Gorega. I guess he's playing it for the first time. He's really digging it. Hey, Scott. Channel backer stream, let's go! That's right, Scott. Good to see you, man. How are you doing tonight? I saw you posted a, like a minute-long piano video today. I didn't realize you played piano. I know you've linked to other people that play piano, but I didn't know that you played. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is the Sega Genesis version of Hook. I originally learned the Sega CD version. By the way, no options as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I first learned the Sega CD version. This is the exact same game. I don't even think there are any different visual flourishes. The big difference is that the Sega CD version has CD audio. It might even use music from the movie, which is why I chose to go with the Genesis version, because you know how, like, copyrighted film music is. High chance I'd get a copyright claim. So yeah, going with the Genesis version is basically the same thing. Also, no load times. You're not a hack, Sky. You look that looks solid to me. I liked what I saw. That's cool. All right, so it's been a little while since I've gone through this game. It's got really weird momentum-based physics. Oh, you have to hold down the attack button to run. It's like Super Mario. This actually has a somewhat steep learning curve. Yeah, you've got this guy here. And it's super floaty. I don't think this is going to be... Sorry, I don't think this is going to be too hard to get through, but... you know, some of this is going to have to come back to me, because like I said, it's been a little while. Oh yeah, you've got this cherry right here, and almost blends into the background. But yeah, that gives you your health back. Alright, so that guy you can... I think you can attack? Yeah. I remember just trying to jump over him the first time I played, and it was not working. There's definitely a lot of memorization-focused areas, too. Alright, so now we can fly. Oh yeah, those are spikes! Holy crap. And I'm gonna fall. Yeah. Yeah, so you get the fairy. I guess it's Tinkerbell. I assume? I haven't seen the movie in a long time. God, probably not since the 90s. Yeah, it kicked me all the way back here. Oh, I fell for it again. I actually prefer the music in the Genesis version of the game. I've heard some people comment on the film score, or film type score they use. It's too, like, whimsical and whatnot. It's like, yeah, it works for a movie, but it doesn't really work for a retro action game. This music definitely fits the, you know, like the colors and whatnot a lot better, in my opinion. Okay, so... This is actually kind of weird. Why do I get so little fly energy there? That's odd. See, this is why I needed to do a practice session. I mean, I was going to practice it on my own anyway. But, you know, what I like about needing to practice is it gives me an excuse to do a channel backer stream. Yeah, I don't think it's possible for me to make that. Oh, look at that! It is possible. I like that. Yeah, this is the kind of game where you don't really want to blaze through it, even when you know what you're doing. It's a little... It's so floaty. See, like, I tried attacking him Ninja Gaiden style, and I took a hit. Yeah, see, I'm trying to run through quickly, and that's just not a good idea. I assume you guys can see the gameplay just fine. YouTube says I have 0 concurrent viewers, which is not exactly accurate if Scott's actually watching. Looks good here? Awesome. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, that's a very tight jump, but it's, not gonna lie, it's kind of satisfying. I could just skip the fish completely. Yeah, just take it slow. Uh-oh. We have to pause it because you do run out of time. Hey, Die Hard, welcome back. It's playtime for the cats right now. Do you know you're being watched? Oh, man. You can't scroll the screen down either, which is a bummer. Thomas says, you can just stream this, I'm cool with that. So I guess I'm supposed to jump over him when I attack? Backers only cat stream. I could do that sometime. I need to rig up a multi-camera setup in my apartment and just record the cats one day. This story does not translate well to a 16-bit video game. I could do without this story. Oh, yeah, there's a map screen. Very rudimentary. Feels like a lot of corners were cut in the making of this game. It's like, ooh, here's a map! This was after Mario World came out. That's right, you do get a upgrade, but you lose it when you take a hit, I think. Yep, I lost it. Go me. Nice, that's a health extend, okay. Ah, this game is so floaty. You know, this game could be really good if it wasn't so floaty. You know, it's kind of interesting. There's another game also published by Sony ImageSoft around the same time as this. It was Three Ninjas Kick Back. It plays way better than this, but the level design is also kind of crappy, and so it also falls flat on its face. Ugh. So if this game kind of played like that, like nice and fast, but had this level design, it would probably be actually a pretty decent game. Let's see if I can get that. Got it. Yeah, the floatiness really kind of hurts this game. Oops. You just really don't have time to react in a fast-paced manner. You have to really plan things out. Okay, so I cannot hit the A chords. I think my strategy was just to wait down here, wait for the guy to appear. Because you're so slow, it's not like you can hop up and back down really quickly. Ooh, okay. Yeah, like, even if you try to find him up above, he's gonna be gone by the time you get there. There's just no point. Alright, we got it. Yeah, the problem is we wouldn't get any more of these streams because the cast streams would get all the views. You know, with how views have been going on my channel lately, you're probably right. Alright. What was Peter Pan's gang called? Was it the Lost Boys? I don't remember. Oh, that's a great way to start. Man. Oh. Yeah, I remember this level having a lot of, like, surprise enemies, so you really have to know where they're gonna spawn from. But now that I know what to do, it's pretty easy. But it always catches you off guard when you first play. Man, I'm already really looking forward to playing Steel Assault. I honestly don't even want to play this anymore. But no, it's cool. I'm glad I finally, like, tried this game out. Yeah, when I was, like, really sick back in November, I hooked up my CRT next to my living room couch, hooked up the Genesis and Sega CD, and proceeded to try to play a lot of games that I hadn't really put much time into. Like Wonder Dog, Wolf Child, Hook, Chuck Rock 2. This is bad. Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna work. Yeah, I ended up beating all those games. Multiple times. And both the Sega CD and Genesis versions, just to see what the differences were. And with Hook, it was basically the same game, minus the CD audio, and I think maybe a few FMV clips that looked kind of janky. Hook is the only one so far that I haven't done a quick play of yet, so... And I had some people ask about it. They're like, you had mentioned it, are you gonna actually do it? I was like, yeah, I'm just, I've been very unmotivated lately to do videos. I think I'm getting kind of bored of it. I mean, especially with, like, the diminishing viewership. A lot of times, like, the viewership motivates me to keep going, but it's been down and down and down, and so finding it hard to stay motivated to keep doing this. And especially with these games that I don't really care for that much. Like, I'm glad I went through this game, but I really don't like it that much. You know, it's a game. I'm glad I tried it, but it's... in reality, it's not something I would normally play. It looks really pretty in pictures, but as far as you know, the gameplay experience itself, it's not great. Yeah, some people will probably have like a major fondness for it, but you know, I could live without it. Yeah, so I think if I flew up correctly, I could have gotten myself that extra life. And actually, I might have to go back down because I didn't see any other fairies. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. You have very limited ammo. Oh my god, these guys taking 2 hits is also annoying. So I can actually save... Oh! That's what I was doing wrong in the first level. Okay. So I can actually, like, save my ammo. So you come on up here, and then drop, save the ammo. Well, I'm glad I figured that out. Because on the first level, I hit the fairy, I only got, like, that much energy, but you're supposed to keep jumping up into the fairy, and your bar will keep going up. It's almost like the energy pads in F-Zero. When you move off of it, you don't get energy back. Hey, Aberdeen, how are you doing? I don't know. Oh, wow. Lucky. Okay. Well, I know that. I know it works now. That's good. Oh, mermaids are trying to push me upwards. You can use them as platforms. Okay. I need to look more into this game's development because the game has Japanese credits. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, the game has Japanese credits, but this version was made by Core Design, which was actually really funny because I had been playing a bunch of other Core Design games at the time. I was like, it's just kind of ironic that Core also did this conversion of the game. There we go. Seems like a lot of these bosses only take 3 hits, which I'm okay with that. Hey, Seb! How's it going, man? How did the rest of your flashback go? Seb was playing flashback on CDI for the last, like... Yeah, it must have been, like... Yeah, about 3.5 hours. He started at 2 o'clock my time. Oh. Hey, Milo! He's the Milo. Milo, Milo. Milo, 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 Milo. Milo, 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 Milo. Milo, Milo, Milo. He's the Milo. Milo, 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 Milo. Hey, buddy. Hey, that's mine. You left the last level for next time. Totally spent. Yeah, I could tell you were kind of, like, worn out. I don't blame you. That seemed pretty exhausting just to watch. It was just kind of, like, ironic the whole time. You were like, yeah, the last level's gonna be so much easier. And I was like, I don't know. I remember it being kind of hard, but I also haven't beaten it since the late 90s. Sure enough, it was pretty hard. But you can be my guinea pig, Seb, so when I want to go beat the game, I can just watch your stream again and know the solution to everything. Oh, that's weird. I tried flying again. It wouldn't let me. Aberdeen says it's cloudy with just a little bit of rain, just like it should be. Yeah, it's been raining here for most of today, and a cold front just came in. So it went from 70 degrees yesterday, Fahrenheit, to what feels like 30? It's nice. Virginia weather kind of sucks. Like, it's... You know, one moment it doesn't know whether it wants to be winter or spring. Well, I should say, the weather doesn't know what it wants to be. One moment it will be like spring, in the middle of winter, and then the next moment it'll be like the coldest it's ever been in this area. It's just not good. Ah, okay, sword power up. We've gotten... We only had snow a few weeks ago, Aberdeen, and it was like a dusting, that was it. We haven't had any other snow this month. I mean, this winter. We barely get any snow in Virginia these days, which really sucks, because we used to get blizzards here. Like, we had a couple of big blizzards where we had, like, 6 feet of snow. You know, as a kid, like, that's really awesome. But even as an adult, I work from home. It would be cool to have some snow. Maybe not that much snow, but, you know, at least snow half a foot, you know? Let the snow stay out there for more than a day. It is, Scott, it is right in the middle of the cold and hot regions, but it's also like just climate change, you know? We used to be guaranteed snow every winter, like several times we'd get several big snowfalls, and now we get nothing. The last 10 years have been like really bad for snow here, which is disappointing. You know, we've had a couple like decent snowfalls, but it is not nearly as common as it used to be. Yeah, see, that's interesting, Seb, because you're up there in the Netherlands, and that's like farther north, I think, compared to like where I'm located. I had always assumed you guys probably got a lot of snow, but that's really interesting. Yeah, I don't remember the flow of this level. I remember there being some items that were useful. Yeah, like this leaf. That's a health extend. These tigers, you just want to jump over them. Yeah, when you get hit by their rings, you get frozen in place. There's no animation or anything or sound. You just lose all control. It's kind of weird. Mechanics like that, like, there should always be like a sound cue and preferably a visual cue to accompany it. That way the player knows, you know, exactly why they got stopped. When games don't do that, I always feel like they always come off as kind of lazy, you know? And your iframes don't last very long either. At least you get an extra life. Ooh. Health. I've got to figure out how to better do this. Can I, like... I don't know, come down here, maybe run and jump, and... I was gonna say smack the crap out of him, but that's not working. I'm gonna guess, am I supposed to drop bombs on him? I think I probably am. Yep. Had a feeling. Like I said, I haven't done this since November, so I don't remember any of these boss patterns. So floaty! Oops, look at that chat. Oh, that's not gonna work. Ugh, I tried turning around. I feel like I'm playing Flashback now with these floaty physics. Mega Man, this is not. Seb says, one of the big Dutch traditions is a big ice skating match past 11 Frisian cities. The last time that was possible was in 1997. Wow. I guess it's not much of a tradition anymore, huh? Or do they... Wow. Tom says it's, same up there, cloudy and rainy. It's great gaming weather. It is good gaming weather, I'll give you that. I do like gaming when it's cloudy and rainy. Alright, this is our first auto-scroller. Actually, no, it's not our first auto-scroller. We had that one water section. I remember this being pretty easy. You know, if you can jump without using the fairy fly power, then that's ideal. Oops. Got my cherry. Wow, that's it. Like I said, I guess I was right. It's pretty easy. Yeah, you don't see auto-scrollers from right to left very often. You're right. I wonder what other ones there are now that I think about it. Aside from, like, shoot-em-ups. I know Balloon Trip on NES, which is the second mode in Balloon Fight. That's an auto-scroller from right to left. Okay, so this is a kind of... Oh, that was cheap. It's kind of an interesting level. You have to let this flame chase you, and it lights up the area. But then it also goes out when you attack it. And if it goes too far off screen, it the whole screen goes black. See, like that, and you have to kind of wait for it to come closer into the screen again. I must have landed on spikes. I'm on spikes. Yep. I mean, this is, admittedly, it's an interesting mechanic. Not many games did something like this. Aw. If I remember correctly, I think we're actually pretty close to the end of the game already. Despite all the times I've died, I have 9 lives. Yeah, Trojans aren't really auto-scrollers though, Aberdeen. They're because they're all single screen. They go vertically. You do go from right to left, but you're on the same screen. Oh, that was my last hit. Crap. Yeah, they just keep coming back. Got no fly power either. Oh, of course I can't see where I'm going. Oh, this is not... Okay, no, we're fine. You were just thinking right to left. Yeah, that's what I figured. I am so slow. This level would be more fun if I just had, like, a lantern attached to my hip. Yeah, I'd only be able to see, like, 5 feet ahead of me, but at least I don't have to stop, you know, at every other inch. We've got to almost be there. Actually, you know, if I remember right, this is a pretty long level relative to the other stages in the game. Yeah, Scott, it's... the movement speed in this game is, like, definitely a weird design choice. Platformers like these definitely work better when they're faster and snappier. Just a personal opinion, but... ooh. Yeah, boss time. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I don't remember how to do this. Yeah, they make the level with the most annoying mechanic the longest level. Yep, I had a feeling that's what it was. Have to jump over him. You're the pan! Why are you so slow? The skull doesn't know what to do. Aw, both kitties are in here. We've got Patchouli on that side, sleeping in a bed, and we've got Milo on this side, sleeping on the blanket next to me. You can't see. Yeah, it's the last set of levels. Now this level has a lot of different things you can do, and I just am gonna skip it all. Ah. So we go down. Yeah, these bomb guys could be... I don't know. There were some enemies here being pretty annoying. Now, let's see what's here. Yeah, like lots of optional areas. No! I wasn't able to turn around fast enough. I have no health. Yeah, just fly over those guys. Huh, that's nice. That's nice too. It's nice that the leaves will actually give you some health back if you've already got max health slots. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember just like jumping through this whole section. Let's see. Screw you all! Yeah. I'm actually kind of astonished at how easy some of these bosses are. And as far as I'm aware, there is no, like, alternate higher difficulty or anything like that. Hell, I can do just tank hits if I want. Or not. Or so. I think that's it. Yep. So what I'm going to do is another run of this game after we're done. And then I might have to do another one tomorrow when I go to record. That should be good for a full playthrough after that. After I do a second run here tonight, we'll switch over to the PC and play Steel Assault, which is a pretty badass game. You guys are going to really enjoy that if you haven't seen it. If you want some good modern retro style gameplay with kick-ass classic style music, it doesn't get much better than it. It is on the short side though. Like a run takes, I think, less than a half an hour. This might even be our last level. You can see how the platforms are getting a lot more devious with spike placement and whatnot. Ugh. I'm just going way too fast. But that's a mental note I need to make for... Oh, this section. I vaguely remember this. It's a good mental note to make for round 2. Just skip him. Oh. I didn't realize I could exit there. Jeez, man. Probably gonna end up taking a hit here. Oh, yeah, I was going way too fast. So holding down the run button makes you fly a lot faster, just like when you run. Oh, that was close. What? This isn't Street Fighter 2? I can't just, like, attack the barrels? Come on. I can attack them from down below, though. I don't think those guys respawn. Ha! Man, these hitboxes kind of suck. I should not have gotten hit by that guy. I remember the guy in the movie that did that. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to just wait for him to attack. And I have to react faster. I can't believe I'm playing this game. I hate learning games and then not doing videos on them because I feel like it's wasted opportunity, and they always sit in the back of my mind and they kind of weigh me down like, oh, I've got to do a playthrough of that. I don't really want to, but I still have to. And that's kind of where I'm at with this game. Like, it's cool being able to show it off, but I don't know if it's worth the several hours of my life that I'll never get back from doing it. I feel like it's basically just the same thing. I wonder if I can actually jump over the hook. Looks like that's my strategy. Floaty physics for the win! Ugh, I'm so slow! Pan, this is not a good time to float. I'm Dustin Hoffman! Arr, yar, matey! Okay, I can't just jump over it. This is only hard because you're so damn slow. Yeah, there go all my lives. I remember this being so much easier. I mean, it is kind of easy, but the problem is your reaction time is so slow. I guess I just have to predict it. See? Like, I predicted those jumps early. But getting back to the other side is just, like, dumb. Alright, I'm guessing... I guess I kind of want him on the other side of the screen. I want him in one corner when he's in his second phase. Otherwise, you get cornered and you can't jump over him again without taking damage. Yeah, the controls... I wouldn't say the controls are clunky, Tom. It's that the game is just floaty, and you have to really adapt to the floatiness. But like Seb said, the hitbox is definitely... It's not generous at all. It's a massive hitbox, which does not help. If the hitbox was way smaller, it would be a different story. Alright, well this plays out. I'm gonna actually use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, thanks for the GG, Aberdeen. Alright, I'm going to go to the cutting room floor. Oh, it doesn't even mention the Sega CD version. And they say an improved version of this game was released on the Sega CD. I'm like, improved is subjective. It's got a cinematic score and not much else. I actually prefer the Genesis music. It's a little more bouncy, which is better for a platformer. Die Hard with the patch emotes. I love the patch emotes. Yeah, it's weird because it says developer core design. I mean, the credits say Mega Drive version core design, which makes me think someone else, like there was an original version elsewhere that someone else made. Unless, well, I mean, maybe it was just fully, core design. There's not much information at all, about the game on the cutting room floor. I'm gonna check out a couple YouTube videos real quick. And the NES version still looks kind of janky, but it's not nearly as floaty. It's also a completely different game from what I can tell. Might even be more fun. Let's see what the Game Gear version is like. Oh, it looks like the Game Gear is based on this. It's a take on the Genesis game. It actually looks like it might be more fun. It's floaty, but not as floaty. I would show you guys what I'm looking at, but I'm on YouTube, and to use other people's footage, you can sometimes trigger, like, YouTube's content matching tool. So I try to avoid that, but this is interesting to know. Wasn't there an SNES version of Hook? Yeah, there is an SNES version, and it's based on the Genesis one. Oh wow, that actually looks... Holy crap, that looks smoother. Let me check the end credits of this Super Nintendo version. I wonder if Hook on Super Nintendo was the original version. Yeah, because it's like, it's mostly a Japanese development credits. Yeah, like enemies blink when you attack them in the Super Nintendo one. Huh. Yeah, so Sony ImageSoft was the publishers, which makes sense because apparently the original movie was Sony as well. Let's see if core design is anywhere to be mentioned in the credits. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so I think we got to the bottom of it. And I was kind of theorizing that this was not created originally by Core Design. It started on Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo version looks a lot more polished too. It looks nicer. There are more graphical effects when you attack enemies. The gameplay actually looks a tiny bit faster. Man, I might have to try that on my own sometime. The heads-up display doesn't cover like the whole top area. The gameplay actually layers behind it. Enemies will blink when you attack them. So it feels a little more arcadey. And I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like a phenomenal game either, because I haven't played it with audio yet, so I don't even know how it sounds. But it looks like it's basically the same game, but it's way more colorful and plays faster. So, yeah, I'll have to try that sometime, and... Or maybe I could do a quick play. That would probably be a good video, is do like a full Genesis playthrough, and then do the Super Nintendo version next to it. Because they look like they're identical in terms of level layouts. This guy in this playthrough's got 25 lives. Oh man. Alright, let me do another run here. I'm getting sidetracked. Alright guys, let's do this again. Yeah, I'm surprised the cutting room floor doesn't even list the Super Nintendo version of the game. Oh, and Seb says that on Amiga it's an adventure game. I wonder who that was made by. Let's see. It was published by Ocean. Uh-oh. Oh, it might have been on PC as well, Seb. Because they have PC credits on the Amiga game. And Atari ST! No, no. Why were there so many versions of this game? I mean, the movie was pretty popular. I mean, the Atari ST version actually doesn't look that bad. It's not nearly as colorful as the Amiga one, but it still looks decent. Alright guys, what other consoles do you think Hook is on that we don't know about yet? Hook! Sharp X68000! No, okay. Hook! FM Towns! No, it's not gonna be there. Game Boy? It's gotta be a Game Boy version. There is. There is a Game Boy version. And it's based on the NES game. Yeah, you're right, Seb. It is a pretty capable system, but it's not well suited to scrolling action games. Because it lacks the built-in hardware scrolling capability. And so it has to all be done in software, which is really taxing. So I already... Oh, apparently there was a canceled Master System version, but I think the ROM got leaked. Yeah, there's a long play. I mean, it looks like it's finished, the Master System one. Oh, good old Master System audio. How I don't miss you most of the time. Master System audio, when it's really good, like in Sonic the Hedgehog, it's really good, but a lot of Master System games, they're way too basic. I should say, not a lot of effort was put into Master System audio for a lot of games, which is a bummer. Maybe it's on C64. Let's see. Oh no! It's based on the NES game too? Or maybe the NES game is based on the C64 game. Holy crap, this takes an hour and a quarter to go through? Man, no thanks. That looks... Actually, it might even be... It's different than the NES game. I mean, it looks similar, but it is really slow. Please don't tell me it's on the ZX Spectrum. Okay, it's not on the ZX Spectrum. Okay, let's get back to playing the game. Wait, Hook Arcade? There's an arcade version? I know there's a pinball machine, which is okay from the time. Holy crap. You know, I feel like I knew about this at one point in time. It's a beat-em-up. Huh. That actually looks like it could be kind of fun. Although it looks like Pan has a mustache now. Pretty sure he doesn't have a mustache in the movie. Or does he? It's a two-player game. I wonder who joins in as the second player. Is it like Tinkerbell? Does she like fly around and just run into people's faces? Gives people fairy bitch slaps. That's probably one of the other Lost Boys or whatever they're called. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Who actually makes the arcade version? Let me see what the credits say. Oh, it's Irem. Oh, man. Okay. Wow. Those visuals are actually pretty nice. Like, the title screen has the logo and a big hook arm comes out and rips it in half. It's a really nice effect for 92. And some of the characters actually, you know, some look like their film counterparts, like Rufio. Peter Pan doesn't look like Robin Williams, though. I think they thought, you know, we gotta make him look cooler. Either that or they couldn't get the Robin Williams likeness. Man, imagine if there was an arcade game where you play as Robin Williams and you go around beating the crap out of each other, or out of people. In some alternate dimension that actually exists. Yeah, Seb, I didn't even know there was a Hook arcade game. It's actually pretty crazy. Okay, let's do this next run so we can get back to the really good stuff. Yeah, no options menu or anything. Oh. Okay, no, it is reading my controller. Huh, weird. I guess it timed out. Alright, this time we're gonna skip whatever cutscenes there are. That's right, we can actually make this jump. Yeah, now I'm definitely gonna have to play the Super Nintendo version. Because, you know, now that I've commented on all these issues I have with this game, Super Nintendo version definitely seems a lot nicer and fixes some of those issues I had. Yeah, I guess you just jump over him, that's it. Okay. Skip the map. Now, I can't remember if there's like... Yep, there is. There's a leaf. Uh-oh. Not good. Okay, so I should probably verify that. It's being able to smack the bees back at enemies. Alright, that was cheap. You can. Okay. That is good. Really good to know. I felt like the bees were kind of like unblockable. Unblockable, non-attackable. Aberdeen goes, face it, no one likes Rufio. Yeah, he is kind of a jackass in the early parts of the movie. He's one of those characters that has an arc where he comes around in the end, though. And then he dies. Spoiler alert on a 30-year-old movie. Holy crap, it's 31 years old now. At least the games are 31. Another extra life. No! I got trolled by the extra life. All the way back here. Alright, so running jump lets me just jump right past that guy. Oh, I can just fall straight down. So I get the extra life right here, and I just fall straight down. And then we just run back and get that. That is one point where having a massive hitbox actually helps you out. It's probably the only moment in the game where it helps you out. Alright, boss time. Oh! I just realized that the whole screen blinks when you hit a boss. I prefer the bosses themselves blinking, but at least something happens when you do attack the boss. You haven't seen that movie in ages, neither have I, but it was a staple of my childhood. I watched it a lot. I think it's because my parents bought it for my brother and I on VHS. But they also liked the movie. That was back when, like, family-friendly movies could be really good even for adults. I mean, I guess, you know, some of them still can be these days, but I don't really watch any of them, so I guess I don't really know. Oh, turning around is so slow. Alright, I was trying to figure out if I can just run underneath this thing. I don't think I can. Oh, I can! What? I don't even need to jump over it? Oh, man. Okay, well, we're learning things, guys. I mean, these are actually really good tips to know for when I do my quick play. A lot of people will never try this. They'll always try to jump over. Grabbing the fairy doesn't seem to really do anything. Yeah, no points or anything. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, and those arm bracelets are points as well. Yeah, I mean, that's you're not wrong, Aberdeen. Like, what was like in and cool and fun to us is not in and cool and fun to us anymore. Part of it is just us getting older. But I am actually a firm believer that films, in particular in the 80s and 90s, were different in a good way back then. I feel like a lot of films that we grew up with were smart and clever. Now, I don't remember if Hook actually is, because I haven't seen it in forever. They weren't just popcorn flicks. Like, yeah, they were big, you know, Hollywood blockbusters, but it felt like there was more to them. Didn't hurt that a lot of the films that we grew up with weren't riddled with, you know, unnecessary CG. A lot of effects were done in camera, or, you know, even with miniatures and stuff like that. And so the visuals in some of these films tends to hold up a lot better and be more convincing, which is a big thing. Like, films should try to be as convincing as possible. You know, you sell that, sell the feeling. You know, it just, when movies have lots of practical effects, like, I get absorbed much more into the experience than I do when it's just, you know, a bunch of CG that takes me out of it. So there are, I think, objective differences between films from then, the average film from then and now, and which makes some of those older films, I think, hold up a lot better. That's a good example, Die Hard. Never-ending story. There are some just crazy moments in that movie that, if you tried doing it with CG, it would not be good. It would lose its impact. All right, yeah, this is our first auto-scrolling section. Oh, you know, Seb, they don't need our ideas. They're probably already thinking about this. They've got a whole list of movies in their back catalog to remake. Ah, what can we remake next? Yeah. Never-ending story? There we go. Actually, they might actually already be trying to remake that movie. Now, thankfully, it doesn't seem like you get crushed if you don't jump up there. That's good. I'm gonna have to Google that after this level, actually. I feel like they're already trying to do that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any rhythm or rhyme to where this guy pops out. Sometimes he went down twice. I mean, there are a lot of, like, just films I grew up with that I don't like going back to. I don't think they're very good. I don't think they've held up very well. Just like with some video games, you know? But there are, like, the greats, like, they are still amazing. Like, I still love watching, like, Ghostbusters and Back to the Future and Beetlejuice and the original Batman and RoboCop. And those are all 80s movies. You know, then you've got a bunch of stuff in the 90s. Seb just did a quick search. Seems like studios were hunting for the license for Never-Ending Story just last year. Joy. Tom says, more like we're so bankrupt of original ideas, we're going to milk this other stuff for money. Yeah, that's the frustrating part about all these remakes. The remakes have always happened in film, but it feels like they're relying on it quite heavily these days. More so than in the past. It's actually kind of crazy how much stuff they remade, even like before we were born. So it's like the whole remake thing isn't anything new, but it feels like it's becoming like a prime source of material now. And the other thing about the remake bandwagon is that film has like gotten to the point where like I think it's kind of hard for it to mature any farther. It was different when you went from like the 30s to 40s and then to the 50s all the way up through like the early 2000s, but then you know, recording techniques and stuff like that kind of peaked. Kind of like music production kind of peaked. Yeah, it's maybe gotten a tiny bit better since like the early 2000s, but the techniques haven't changed very much. Video games have even gotten to a point where they've kind of peaked. Like the stuff on the 360, resolution and, you know, polygonal complexity aside, the game types and gameplay hasn't really changed that much. It's been over 15 years. You know, it's not just film. But I think at the 80s and especially during the 90s, like film kind of reached its peak potential, and then it's just kind of like wavered up and down since then, which is, I think, another reason why some of us aren't as thrilled with the medium as we used to be. Now, it's not to say like nothing good comes out. There's still a lot of stuff I've watched that you know, I really, really enjoy, but I get excited much less about like the big budget Hollywood popcorn films. Yeah, and so, you know, considering that line of thought, I guess one thing I consider is that, you know, there was kind of a reason to do remakes back in the day, because like the film medium was maturing. Like they saw, oh, there are these old concepts that were really hokey in the 50s, or we can remake them and do them like justice now. Like The Thing, you know, which is a remake from a thing from another planet or something like that. And the 1980s Thing is, it's a sight to behold in comparison. But they've tried remaking that movie again since, and it just fell flat on its face. Just, you can't really do much better than the original 80s film. I mean, it's just... Now, I gotta figure out how to do this, like... because the hitboxes are so terrible. I guess slowly inch my way up? Okay. Kinda curious, your guys' opinions on that. Or that logic, anyway. Feel free to tell me if I'm an idiot. It seems like sound logic to me, you know? Am I gonna make it? Oh, I made it, just barely. Alright, boss time. Oh, I'm dead. Die Hard says, I hope they never remake They Live. Oh, they will. They will. They're gonna remake everything! Man, just really bad boss fights. Like, my performance on them is really bad. which is not good if I'm practicing for a quick play. Seb says it's also harder to compete with modern media. Like, we're here watching someone play a video game online and not sitting in the cinema. Plenty of others are happily watching someone powder their nose. Yeah, Scott says Blade Runner is amazing, the original. Now that is... I kind of like what they did with Blade Runner 2049. I actually really enjoyed that as a fan of the original movie. That is one of those where, like, I'll give them a pass. You know, it helps, you know, continue the, you know, the vibe you had in the first film. Tom asks, did I see the dark version of A Christmas Carol a couple of years ago? I did not. No. What is that about? I mean, there's definitely stuff from, you know, like the 50s and 60s that actually holds up really well. But it's all, you know... It's all relative, and it's all kind of dependent. I think there's a lot of, like, classic Twilight Zone episodes that hold up great. Like, I still go back and I watch them all the time. And that was a TV show. So, like... But there's definitely a lot of stuff that could be done better in more modern times. Modern times being the last 30 or 40 years. When it comes to film. You know, like you had the Blob, the classic black and white. Actually, was it black and white originally and then colorized later? I don't remember. The classic, you know, monster horror Blob film. And then there was the 80s remake, which was like brutal. And that was badass. I thought that was fucking badass. Effing badass. Sorry, and don't normally curse on this channel. Like that's the kind of remake where it's like, okay, you've definitely turned this into something different, but also like really cool at the same time. And like, you know, that's what I'd like to see in a remake if you're gonna go through with it and you know, really up the ante. But one of the funny things about film remakes in more recent times is like they oftentimes play it like really safe. Hey, look at the Nightmare on Elm Street remake from what, 15? Was it 15 years ago now? Or is it like 10 or 12 years ago? I don't remember. It's like a shell of its former self. It's you know, the original movie it's based on. It's like, God, just thinking about that movie makes me depressed. Some of the stuff in the classic Nightmare on Elm Street is still great. Oh, and speaking of, like... I was talking about RoboCop earlier, like, there's that RoboCop remake. Ugh. The Total Recall remake. Ugh. The list goes on and on. Yeah, I have to stop talking about this, because now it's making me sad. I don't want to be sad. There goes my sword. I guess this level doesn't feel as long when you know what you're doing. Seb says that's the frustrating thing, though. They play it safe and copy scenes without understanding the original meaning and context of that scene. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. I mean, especially in film. I mean, context matters. It matters big time. And when you're trying to, you know, rip off a scene from, you know, the original that you're trying to remake, and you just do it because you can, not because, like, you really should, like, it ends up falling flat on its face. It turns more into, like, fan service than it is actually trying to craft, like, a good film. A good, timeless film. You know, something that's gonna hold up decades down the road. And that should always be the goal. Try to make the best work you can. I wish just more studios had the guts to look at it like a remake script and be like, you know, this just feels like a cheap cash-in. Let's just not do that. Here's an idea. Hey guys, let's come up with a new idea. Nah, let's just remake The Thing for the 15th time. All the idiots will buy it. Ugh. I watch too much Red Letter Media. Oh god. What has my life become? I will say, watching, like, YouTube film retrospective channels for, like, over a decade now has definitely tainted my perspective on this stuff. I used to not care as much, but the last 10 years in particular have been pretty eye-opening, especially as I go back and watch a lot of this old stuff, and then watch some new good stuff, but then also see what ends up being super popular in theaters, like, ugh. Oh yeah, Scott, it's about playing it safe versus taking risks. There are definitely new ideas, or lots of twists on old ideas that can be done, but film studios would rather, like, the big studios would much rather play it safe. They want that return on investment. They don't want to lose money. Yeah, that's the whole thing, is they just don't want to lose money. And it's become much more about the investment than it is creating a quality product in the medium that you're taking part in, which is sad. You could argue video games have, you know, become that in a way. Alright, I went a completely different way than I did last time. You know, in all of these artistic, you know, mainstream artistic mediums, there's been the capitalistic element, 100%, you know, but it's really interesting hearing stories about, you know, old video game and film developers where they had, like, full creative freedom and just were able to do whatever the hell they wanted. And I get the idea in a lot of big budget films in particular, that's not the case anymore. and you end up with uninspired, homogenized films that appeal to kids and some kinds of adults. But I don't know, they lack that spark, that edge, and the humor, and I don't know. I've got to shut up because I'm just starting to sound super jaded at this point. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do another run tomorrow. That's okay. I mean, I might not even record these tomorrow. I might, I don't know, we'll see. I'd like to do them tomorrow. So I did want to actually, I'll let you guys know first, but I think I'm gonna start cutting back the amount of videos I post. Right now, I try to get a video out every week. I think I'm gonna try to go back to every 2 weeks, which is gonna kill what little momentum I have in YouTube's, with YouTube's algorithm. But like I said earlier, I'm getting a little burned out on this and not really finding the motivation to keep going. So I'm gonna start spacing out content. I'm still gonna try to live stream every week. Try to, anyway. But as far as like quick plays and any other video ideas I come up with, which I come up with video ideas, I never go through with them, so I basically just end up posting quick plays endlessly. I would like to get these done and recorded. That way, that gives me, at least a month of not having to worry about videos. Dedicated videos, or it gives me time to maybe, use my energy and make something else. I had some shorts ideas I wanted to do. I wanted to continue that. I did 2 back before October, and they were fun to make. But yeah, you were the first ones to know. Probably gonna make a YouTube post. Maybe I'll do a video. I'm probably not gonna make a video though, because I'm lazy. Alright, another leaf. Gives me a little bit of health back. Seb says that's the, oh, FX made the, Christmas Carol. Oh, okay. Interesting, I'd like to check that out. Seb says, first time it wasn't as apparent, but the music variety is kind of lacking in this game. Yeah. Honestly, the CD version lacks even more, because it has the film-like score. Everything just sounds the same. Oh, Seb says, yeah, focus groups are the curse to creative media. Yeah. And Tom's new obsession has been playing games that Austin picks out for him. He's been buying a lot of games I've streamed lately. No heart, no soul. And Seb says, many of our most well-beloved franchises today were built on trying something different. Yeah, absolutely. Not just film, but video games as well. And music. You need to keep it manageable for yourself foremost. Totally behind you. Thank you, Seb. Likewise, Scott. Tom says, we're not losing the Saturday night Twitch party, are we? The problem with the Saturday night Twitch parties, it involves copious amounts of alcohol. And I need to try to figure out how to do much less of that. I don't know. I don't know yet, Tom. You gotta remember, currently I work 12 hours every Saturday. So by the time it ends and I'm done, I'm kind of burnt out. And the only way I manage to stay up as late as I do on those Saturday streams is through copious amounts of alcohol, which is... And if I told you how much I actually drink, you'd be surprised, I think. Like, how much I drink on those streams. It's... Some people would probably die from the amount of alcohol I drink on those streams. That's not good. It's not healthy. And it's something I've struggled with for a long time. I think it's also a partial factor in my lack of motivation to do things that are creative. It's not the only factor. There are a lot of other factors now. I've had to make some changes in my life recently that haven't really told many people about. And, but the alcohol consumption certainly does not help. And I'm just, like, part of the point of practicing here is to get better at these levels, and I'm not doing any better on this second run. So, like, I guess I need to just... I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to do this. Let's go to the other screen again. And come back. Well, I guess I'm a dumbass. I can just fly. Ugh. Yeah, the other thing is, Tom, is that those Saturday night Twitch party streams aren't nearly as fun when I'm not drinking. So if I'm not drinking, I don't know if they'll continue, to be honest with you. They are fun. I've got to balance health. You know, I had a stent put in a few weeks ago. I'm on blood thinners, and I have to get, like, my diabetes under control. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have the same problem again eventually. So I've got a lot of crap going on right now that needs to take center stage if I don't want to die before 50. You have to admit, you don't watch as much Twitch as you used to. I don't blame you. I do prefer YouTube when I watch streams, but even I don't watch a lot of streams these days. Like, Seb's stream and chat has been an exception lately, because I'm working. I've got my TV right next to my workstation. Anyone else that streams, they usually stream at times that I'm not watching. I consume most of my YouTube nowadays during the day while I'm working. I'll have stuff up while I'm actually doing my job. Oops, sorry, I was supposed to jump over this. Gotta predict it, and I wanted him in the corner, remember? So this is actually good. And then I can try to jump over. Good lord. That's not what I wanted, game. So I need a little bit of a lead up, otherwise I just end up running into him. There we go. That's tough. You know, I thought there were, Oh, that's right, there are not save states on the Genesis core. Okay, I thought there were save states in the Genesis core. Yeah, first try. Thanks to the GG Aberdeen. Alright, I'm not gonna let the ending play out this time. You guys have already seen it once. Let's get the old computer set up. It's only gonna take a few minutes. Patchouli! 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 Hey, Patchouli! Hi, Patchouli! Hey, babe! You wanna come on up here? Come here, babe! Yeah! Good girl, Patchouli! Hi! All right. All right, I'm gonna have to mute the audio. Hey, babe. You do know that's my chair, right? That's my chair, Patchouli. I'm gonna have to sit back down. What are you doing? Hey, babe. How are you? Cutie. You knucklehead. You knucklehead. All right, babe. All right, babe. Let's come over here, Patchouli. Come on, babe. Come on up here. Okay. That works too. Oh, man. Alrighty. All right. I actually made a different template for this earlier. I didn't have a widescreen template for my channel backer only stream. Okay, so we're going to try to play Steel Assault. I haven't played this one in a few weeks. I learned it in one night. Milo? Hey, buddy. Milo's meowing. All right. Steel Assault. Let me make sure my audio is working. All right. So, for those of you guys wondering, I have a separate PC that I run into my capture card. That way I don't have to worry about alt-tabbing and games crashing my stream and stuff like that. Also makes it pretty seamless when I want to switch to a different platform. I can't remember if this game was fully widescreen. I might actually be able to go back to the other template. But here we go. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, it is a pain, Seb. Yeah, I thought this was widescreen, but it might not be widescreen. Yeah, I've only tried the lower resolution. Oh, you can do 240. Oh, wow. Right, the Sega was 640 by 480. It does, yeah. This game feels like it could perfectly fit in like the PlayStation Saturn era. Alright, so you got a double jump. You can attack in all 8 directions like Castlevania 4. Alright, we've got to exit real quick. There's some major stuttering that's going on that shouldn't be happening. I will say this system has been acting really weird. Like, it's been acting really weird for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, it's a Ryzen 7 3700X with 32 gigs of RAM and an RX 580 graphics card. Like, there's no reason it should be stuttering at all. Let me, yeah, like, even just trying to pull up my start menu it's like locked. Like, I don't know what's going on. I might have to try to reboot as well. This was happening a couple weeks ago when I was trying to play this game. It wasn't in this game specifically, but I remember just trying to get into like my system settings and stuff like that was taking forever. It should basically be instantaneous. Like, it's locked up already. So I don't know what it's doing. And this is extremely aggravating because I have this PC to do stuff like this on stream, and I have a powerful processor for a reason. And so it's really aggravating when, yeah, like, I've paid a good chunk of money to put this together and it doesn't operate correctly. Although, I guess one thing I could do is actually... You know, I think I did swap a new motherboard in here, and I never did reformat the system. I should probably just bite the bullet and reformat, reinstall Windows. That's probably... Tom, I bet you my disk utility is not at 100%. Yeah, it's not. It's at 33%. Oh, disk 1 SSD, 100%. What the hell? Why is my SSD at 100%? This is really weird. Am I, like, out of space on it? There's no reason it should be at 100% utilization. Yeah, I still have 40 gigs free. It shouldn't be like this. What the hell, man? Well, Windows Update has been having some issues. It always says the next Windows feature update is ready. And then it fails the installation. but it's not going through, so I can't pause it. Well, I have another idea, actually. I'll try to just disable it through the services menu. I can't give Microsoft too much crap because I didn't do a fresh install of Windows when I swapped motherboards. So I had a motherboard in here. When I doubled my RAM in my main workstation, I doubled it to 64 gigs, and I took that. The idea was to take that 32 gigs out and put it in this system. That way I'd have this spare computer that I could use for streaming, like today, and it would be, you know, somewhat future-proof, especially for a lot of the types of stuff that I play. Like, I don't play a lot of, like, new games. I did fire up Elden Ring on it just to see how it would run, but mostly I will play, you know, like up to Doom 2016, and that's about it. So this computer is like a monster for that. And, but that 32 gigs of RAM wouldn't work on the motherboard I had in here. Only like 16 gigs of it would work, and it wouldn't even work in dual channel mode. So that was a kick in the nuts. So I bit the bullet early, like late last year, and I bought a brand new motherboard. And I took the previous motherboard, bought different RAM that apparently is better compatible with the board, and put it in another case. So I have two Ryzen 3700X systems, one Ryzen 3950X system, all because the old motherboard wouldn't work with the RAM I pulled out of my main workstation. It's been a long journey with this thing, but when I did swap the new motherboard in, yeah, it worked with the old 32 gigs of RAM, but I never reinstalled Windows on it. Everything was just working fine right out of the gate. Windows is smart with its drivers, but it seems like there's some kind of conflict, or there's some kind of corruption that happened, and now it's not playing nice, and we're having issues. Like I can't do Windows Update completely. I can't upgrade to the next feature version in Windows 10. Won't even let me upgrade to Windows 11, even though this should technically be capable of running it. Aberdeen says 30 more minutes of agony, then it's the weekend for him. Hell yeah. It's not agony, Aberdeen. You're here with us. You're hanging out with us, Aberdeen. You know, I could always just turn the stream off and make the last 30 minutes a hell of a lot worse. Aberdeen will be like, what am I going to do now for 20 minutes? 30 minutes? Yeah, well, the thing about this too, Seb, is this isn't like my main editing station or anything. All I need is, you know, a good web browser and Steam. And that's about it. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It didn't... Oh. There we go. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to just restart the computer. No, we're not doing Windows Updates, Scott. I'm trying to disable Windows Updates. So, you know what? I mean, some of this stuff I don't even need either. Like the Xbox Live game service. It's not even running, but I'm just going to disable it anyway because I don't need it, especially on this system. Yeah, accessory management service. Yeah, I don't even need that either. I mean, Steam just recognizes the controllers automatically. There's actually some of this stuff that is running that I could probably get rid of. Some of it's not. You have to, you know, you have to keep some of this stuff running. But like the biometric service, I'm pretty sure that is for yeah. I don't know if it's the same biometric as in like using your fingerprints to log in, which my laptop supports, but this does not. Yeah, dependencies are fun. Oh, you're grading exams. Man, all the students must be getting an A right now. Or you would have watched so many video games, you'll be giving them S++s or something like that. Oh, man. Honestly, Windows Defender is kind of annoying me too, because I think what it's actually doing on this system is automatically scanning, which is kind of frustrating. It doesn't know what to do here. No, I guess I did turn it on. I wanted to turn it off and then dismiss it. Hey, Milo. All right, let's reboot. Yeah, it's still struggling. I actually do have quite a few Steam games on my main SSD. Tom says, big plus for the new job, no more Windows. All right, Milo, you got it? No, you can't sit over there, buddy. You'll land on my keyboard. Nope, no, you got to stay over there, Milo. Here, come here, buddy. Come here, guy. Milo, buddy. And 7:37. Hey, Tom, we can turn this into a Friday night party stream. I've got about 5 hours before I need to go to bed. Yeah, Windows it's a strange beast. I mean, it's meant to run on a huge variety of hardware, which I think leads it to kind of stumble over itself in certain situations, like with this hodgepodge of a machine. So I think maybe what I'm going to do, maybe even this weekend, because I don't really have a lot planned, maybe I will reformat and just start fresh. Because again, it's not like I've got creative stuff on here. I don't use this as a stream box. I don't have any of my video editing software on it. I don't have my Photoshop on it and stuff like that. All that's on my main desktop. Oh, and you know what? I think I actually had to force power this off last time, which is frustrating. But like on my main workstation, it's great. Like it's fast. On my laptop, I use for streaming on Twitch in the other room. Same thing. It's fast, no issues. But on this machine, it's borked. And then on the other machine I built, it's great too, you know. Though on my main workstation and my laptop, I did upgrade to Windows 11 since it was free. Yeah, this isn't working. I have to power cycle. As long as Windows Update isn't on when I turn it back on, that's really all I care about, because that seems to be causing the stuttering. Well, some excitement, some exciting stream this has been, right? Let's see what my RAM speed's at. It's at 2133. I mean, that's the rate, but it can be overclocked to 3000. Advanced mode. This is different from my other motherboard. Yeah, I've got it set to 3000. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, and I don't overclock my system except for the RAM. I just overclock the RAM to what it is rated for. What the default overclock profile is rated for. And the CPU, I've only got a AMD Wraith Prism cooler on it, so it's not. I don't need to overclock. It's not a big deal. Plus, the graphics card is kind of the bottleneck anyway. The old RX 580 can't really keep up anymore. Elden Ring was playable at like really low settings, but it was not very much of a looker, that's for sure. Even Doom Eternal, if you play it on like ultra settings, it still kind of struggles. Or not ultra settings. I don't even think the RX 580 can support ultra settings on Doom Eternal. I don't think it has enough memory on the card. Either that or it eats like all the memory on the card. Jeez, yeah, it's still lagging. Should look into Macrium Reflect, great imaging software, and it's free. Yeah, maybe I should look into something like that, but I don't reformat my systems that often. I'm on the same install of Windows in my main workstation that I've been on for 6 years now. Even though I've had a CPU swap and I've upgraded to Windows 11. I've never reformatted on my main workstation. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so I figured when the time comes to do it, I don't mind just wiping everything clean. I'm kind of old school in that regard. I'm so used to, when I install Windows, wiping everything and just starting fresh from ground zero, you know? But I will say it would be nice to have a backup image just in case. Because you know, there is there are certain settings I like and stuff like that, and if you do a fresh format, you'll have to readjust a lot of those and set them all back up again, and it's still locked at 100%. Why is it at 100% still? This doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, maybe it just jumped up to 100% while I was loading Steam. Now it's back down. Steam must be on this hard drive. I mean, that's usually what I do. I load programs to their operating system hard drive, and then the games themselves I'll install on other hard drives. Seb, I don't, I would actually buy CDI games, but like a lot of things in the retro market, they've all shot up in price big time. And so I just use CDRs on my CDI right now. Now, I do actually have a handful of games. I'll go grab them real quick. since Seb is the resident CDI guru, I have Alien Gate, Video Speedway. Only have it because it was like $5 or $6. Seventh Guest, you have to have that if you have a CDI. Mystic Midway, rest in pieces. And then your favorite, Kether. Is that what you said your favorite was? I don't remember. But yeah, I don't actively collect because they're so expensive. So anything that I can use a CDR on, that's what I do. My CDI reads them just fine, at least with the Taiyo Yuden discs. But if I had, if they were cheap, I would still buy them, because especially with old flaky hardware, I do prefer to use the original discs. But for how much they cost these days, I can't justify it, and that goes for most systems these days. You know, I have flashcards for like every cartridge system I have. I've got optical drive emulators for a couple of them. And then stuff like the CDI, Neo Geo CD, Sega CD, I use CDRs. And I have a couple of legit games from each one, but the prices are so high now, I can't justify it. Oh man. That SSD is at like 0% now. Jeez. Alright, well, let's try this again, guys. Sorry about that, but, I mean, technical problems, you know? I'm glad we figured it out. You love the American slipcovers. Yeah, I like those too. That was a really nice touch. I don't think I ever actually played Solar Crusade. That actually looks like it's really hard to play. The camera is like constantly like... It's not a smooth on-rail shooter. Yeah, that would... The mouse movement looks like it's a little choppy too, unfortunately. Although I don't know if this guy's using an emulator. Oh, right on, Seb. Yeah, I mean, if you ever decide you want to work something out, yeah, I'm at least, you know, I'll be open ears, that's for sure. My funds are a little tight right now as far as spending on video games, but I still buy games. I bought a complete copy of Hunt Down on PS4 the other day. Oh, I got some other goodies yesterday. Not cheap, but I traded stuff in for these. Guardian Heroes on Saturn, the Japanese version. And then, Sin and Punishment for N64. Oh, and... Oh, sorry, Milo. I almost ran Milo over. Silhouette Mirage for Saturn. So I think I posted this one on Discord. Why did I get this one again? I think I had some store credit, and but Sin and Punishment and Guardian Heroes, I went and got those yesterday. I traded stuff in, got about $180 in credit. And it completely paid for them, and I had credit left over. So, I have Radiant Silvergun, I have Stretch Panic. I have Gradius 5. I decided I want to start a treasure collection. The Treasure is one of my favorite developers. They made some of the best games of all time. So I figured the local store had those. If I had my chance to get them with just trading stuff in, stuff I don't really want anymore, so it worked out. Yeah, the Solar Crusade looks interesting. I'm surprised I actually haven't seen footage of it before. Alright, see you, Die Hard. Have a good night. So, Solar Crusade is a more, it's a polished-up version and more frantic take on Chaos Control. Yeah, Chaos Control is a game that, like, I wasn't really able to get into that very well on CDI. And I think I tried the Saturn version too, and it wasn't that much better. Oh wow, Chaos Control on CDI even has the exact same type of like laser system. Although it, the camera moves much more smoothly in Chaos Control. I think I might actually have that one burned. I'm gonna take a look at the Saturn version real quick. Oh, the Saturn has like these super rapid fire lasers. Funny enough, the video doesn't run as smooth on the Saturn as it does on CDI. Alright, go on, Milo. Go on, buddy. Alright, good boy. Oh, Solar Crusade was released in '98. Interesting. Yeah, the title screen of Solar Crusade says 96. I wonder if it was done in 96 and they didn't release it until 98. Yeah, games from 97 to 98 are usually really uncommon on CDI. Like, very uncommon. Any chance of seeing a 7th guest stream? Seb, did you get any copyright claims on your 7th guest playthrough? I did some 7th guest gameplay, like straight gameplay, a couple, well, like 10 years ago, and I got copyright claims on that. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Well, there's your answer, Aberdeen. I won't do the 7th guest. I don't like doing streams where I know I'm going to get copyright claims. Yeah, sorry, man. I would love to, because 7th guest was a big part of my upbringing. That was a big game for me. No, I definitely would totally consider it, though, Aberdeen, if it wasn't for that fact. Yeah, thanks for the info on that, Seb. Alright, we're back to a non-stuttering version of the game. So yeah, this is Steel Assault. You've got a double jump. And again, you can attack in all 8 directions, like Castlevania 4. You can also do a down slide. And you have to wait for your green meter at the top to charge up. And you have invincibility frames when you slide. You also have this hook shot, which you can also shoot in all 8 directions. It gets you up to higher platforms easier. And it can also do stuff like this. You can also attack certain bullets. Whoops. Like I said, it's been a few weeks since I first learned this game, so I'm going to be definitely quite rusty on this. Oops. Oops. Whoop. Oh yeah, you start off in Washington, D.C. Which is unusual for a video game. Video games tend to like to take place in, like, Los Angeles or New York City. I do wish there was more to, like, the train section. Like, have a whole train sequence like you have in Contra Hardcore, and then the boss. Like, that would be awesome. Austin made me do it. Scott says, I've never seen this game. I love it already. Where are the games taking place in Wyoming or Idaho? Seb says, first time playing Steel Assault on normal. He got a good spanking at the first boss. Took me a while to get used to the attack, and especially the hook. Yeah, me too. And this level right here, I was stuck on for like a good, like, 45 minutes, I think. But you eventually get it down, and then it's not that bad. Now, if you play this on expert mode, it gets very challenging. I didn't even know you could do that. That's awesome. Yeah, I had no idea you could hook in the middle. I'm actually really surprised there hasn't been a physical version of this game, given its, like, overall quality. And for anybody curious, I mean, this game is $15 normally. It's on Switch and Steam. It was half off last month. And so I ended up finally picking it up. It was on my Steam wishlist for some reason. I don't even remember why I added it. But I looked at some video and I was like, oh wow, that looks awesome. And I was blown away, like right from the very beginning. I mean, I think I played it for like 2 hours straight on Twitch. I played it for so long, everybody left because they got bored. Yeah, it's not on sale anymore. But still, it's $15 as opposed to $7.50, but still a great game for that price. Yeah, this is why I'm doing this stream, is I had a feeling I would need to do this again and again and again just to get the hang of it again. Ugh. Keep forgetting these guys drop and then turn into fire. Oh, their shots turn into the fire. Okay. Alright, let's just do that over. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, no problem, said. Aw, come on. That is really hard to avoid. I'm extremely terrible at avoiding that shot, that laser. Yeah, this is one of the harder mini-bosses in the game. Now, if I still have the three-way shot, that can actually wreck this guy pretty quickly. And I think that's the goal. Oh yeah, he did. Alright, there we go. This is very much some Mega Turrican style music. Oh yeah, as far as using your hook shot, you can only use it when it can latch onto things in both directions. Oops. Alright, this is an awesome boss. Well, that was close. Inspired by Contra Hardcore much? He kept trying to hook onto everything diagonally at first. Yeah, me too. And then I realized, like, oh, I can do it horizontally, and it works really well. Tom, this is not the same developer that did Shredder's Revenge. It's this. I think we verified that a few weeks ago. I mean, unless they've got some crossover in, like, development. Yeah, because you go to their website, I think they say, like, this is their only game. It's like a newer studio. And this also came out before Shredder's Revenge. Yeah, it is. Well, let's look it up again. I mean, like I said, I went to their website. Hold on a second. Yeah, Tribute Games is the publisher, Tom. Yeah, we went over this. Yeah, publisher is very different from developer. Here. So you go to the Steel Assault website. Zenovia Interactive is who made it. Steel Assault is the debut title of Zenovia Interactive. A new game studio currently based in New York City. The team is international, consisting of Western pixel artists behind games such as Blasphemous, Japanese pixel artists from the Dojin scene, and musicians behind games such as Devil Engine and Zydonia. Yeah, it's right there. I mean, it's not to, like, dismiss the quality. I mean, these guys have obviously worked on, like, other really good games. Blasphemous was really solid. Devil Engine had an amazing soundtrack. I never played Zydonia. I'll have to look into that, actually. Oh, it's an itch.io game. Okay. Okay, now that looks kind of badass. I don't want to do too much and get a copyright claim. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit like, yeah, the big difference between publisher and developer. Now, some developers do self-publish, but not in the case of this studio. Yeah, like I thought we had looked that up a few weeks ago. Because that had definitely come up on my last stream of this game. But, you know, I'd be curious if anybody that worked on Shredder's Revenge also worked on this. Aw, come on. Oh, no. God, what am I doing? That's... yeah. It doesn't really work like that either, Tom. I mean, these are completely independent studios. It's... I mean, for someone like Microsoft, yes. But for like indie studios, no. Like... I highly doubt it anyway. You know, because these indie studios are not owned by Tribute Games. They are their own independent operating entities. But again, you know, Microsoft has how many dozens of studios now? I don't know, maybe dozens is an exaggeration. But yes, they will have some of their different development studios help out on other projects, but they also own all those studios, so they can tell them what to do. Tribute can't tell this, you know, those guys what to do. Or at least not like, hey, you, go help them on their game. Like, what? You don't own us. You're publishing our game. We have a contract. Unless it's in their contract and it says, oh, you must help out other studios that... No, I highly doubt they got help. I mean, you kind of understand where I'm coming from, though, right? You know, for, like, big studios, they will do that, but... Or big companies. Now, if Tribute owned both the studios, then yeah, I could totally see that. But they don't. As far as I'm aware, they don't. This is one of the harder parts of the game, too. Of course, it would help if I actually focused. There we go. Finally. Got it. Tom says, not Activision. Well, they technically don't own Activision yet. The merger hasn't gone through. And Activision is a, you know... Activision doesn't really make their own games. Not as, like, with the... Well... Like, there's not an Activision development studio. It's, you know, they have their other sub-studios that make all their games for them. Activision is, like, the head publisher. But if this merger goes through, you can bet your ass Microsoft will likely have some of the studios help out in other games. You know, become a part of their overall strategy. Who knows? God, Activision owns so many studios. Kind of crazy to think about. Yeah, there's still and government's still trying to break up that merger. So it hasn't actually gone through yet as of doing this stream. This is definitely a throwback to Contra Hardcore Boss. It's kind of an easy boss, actually, at least on this difficulty. Okay. I think that's it. Heart of Concrete. Now, this music, if you like Thunder Force, this music's really damn good. Thought I heard Milo. There's a new Metal Slug game? It's the first I've heard of that. What's it supposed to be like? Whoops. Uh-oh. Oops. Tom says, Metal Slug is back with a brand new entry in the Metal Slug universe. Discover a new side of the emblematic run and gun and jump into a dynamic tactical RPG with roguelike elements. Sounds a lot like the Contra reboot. Contra Rogue Corps is what it was called. Although it wasn't really a tactical RPG. It was, it's like Contra meets Diablo. Needless to say, I was not a fan. I plan on giving it another try eventually, but I was not a fan. So, no new Metal Slug, right? Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, for all we know, it could be a good game. But yeah, like with Tom, that's not why I play Metal Slug. Could be interesting, but I don't know. I kind of wish my video game tastes weren't so narrow these days. Like, when I was a kid, I would play anything. I played turn-based strategy RPGs. I played, you know, JRPGs. I played some first-person dungeon crawlers. I used to play point-and-click adventures a lot. Like, I don't play any of those anymore. It'd be cool if there were secrets up here. Yeah, that's a little bit easier. You didn't think you would like Hades? I mean, I don't know. I still like those kinds of action RPGs. You know, if I do play a role-playing game, I much prefer it to be action-oriented. I still go back and play the classic Diablo. I've done a couple of streams of that on my channel over the years. Oops. Yeah, I need to just beat Diablo 2 for the first time. I still haven't finished that game. I've talked about it a bunch over the years, but I basically get stuck at the desert boss, and I've never bothered to try again. It's really disheartening when you get there, die, lose all your equipment, and then you're screwed. You can't... You basically... Unless you get lucky on the second try, because maybe you've got some leftover armor in your inventory, or equipment in your inventory, you basically have to just start a brand new game. It's just... Oops. Ah, mistimed that again. This is a really cool section. Alright, I think this is the final boss. This is probably going to take us several tries. Bloody Hell. Short twin-stick shooter adventure. Interesting. Hey, it's free, Tom. Just go grab it. Maybe I'll grab it after this. You might not play it for 5 years, but, you know, you'll eventually be bored one day looking through your Steam library and being like, oh, let me try this. That looks cool. Oh, you already did grab it. Nice. I got some good patterns there. Ah. Well, what I like to tell people is if there's ever a day where I have to sell off all of my video games, I'll still have my 700 to 800 plus Steam library. Along with all my emulators and whatever other free games I have. It's like, I'll be fine. I don't want that day to come, but I'll be fine. Got plenty of stuff to catch up with. And I still have my Mister. So. Oh no, I don't want to sell anything, Scott, but the temptation has been there more recently. I'd like to get completely out of debt. Like 100%, or, I don't know, 98% out of debt. It was sloppy, but I got him. Yeah, exactly, Seb. As long as you've got a PC to hook that stuff up, then you're set for life. Absolutely. Oh, man. I'm getting hungry again. Pizza time. I wish. We'll see how I feel tomorrow when I've got more energy. Right now, I'm not feeling too confident with these games. Yeah, I'm going to do another run of this, but hopefully it won't take us anywhere near as long. Yeah, this game's only like 25 or 30 minutes tops if you know what to do. Thanks for the GGs, guys. Yeah, let me go use the bathroom while this plays out, and then we'll do it one more time. Alright, let's try this again. Ding! Ah!
When boarding, please move to the center of the car.
So I can literally just sit there. Okay. Alright, see ya, Seb. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will see you soon. I love that strategy. You bait him into shooting in the middle. I'm still learning stuff about this game. Oh man, what am I doing? Ugh. Yeah, I forgot that on normal you get all your health back when you change scenes. Ah. Ah, that sucked. At least the checkpoints you right at the boss. I want to say on Expert, you got to go through the whole level again. Why don't I do that? I did it because I'm tired. I am so tired right now. Tired and hungry. Ah. Right, let's try that again. Just falls to the ground, you fall with it. Oops. Whew. That was close. Nice. Still figuring out strats. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. That's very Contra-inspired, having to destroy a wall with like a weak spot at the end. Alright, see ya, Aberdeen. Thanks for hanging out, sir. Have a good weekend. Ooh. Alright, last level. Yeah, I did get him. Oops. Yep, mistimed it again. Oops. All right, last boss. All right, see you, Tom. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Ah. Oh, the drinking is not even about diabetes, Tom. I've switched over to liquor on Saturday nights. So, it's just that alcohol, especially in the amount I consume it in, is really bad for you. So, but yeah, I got it. Trust me, I like to have fun on Saturday nights. Yeah. I just realized I haven't had that up in a little while. There we go. Yeah, you'd have to go through this text every time. Ah, you're supposed to slide through that? Yeah, he's like he just predicts wherever you go. I'm still trying to figure out these patterns. Like what works best. If everyone's heading out, it's probably a good time to end the stream after I do this last fight. I think it'll just be you and I, Scott. I am kind of lacking in energy right now. And I'm hungry. That was good. I appreciate all you guys hanging out. You know, obviously with these backer-only streams, I severely limit the amount of people that could be watching my stream, but I also want to, you know, provide you guys with more value as backers of my channel. So, but it is really nice actually having people here hanging out, people to talk to, keep me company. He wasn't giving me the bad pattern. The one that I can never avoid. Oh, man. Maybe we'll make DLC for this game so you can have more adventures that last for more than 25 minutes. I guess that is my one big complaint with this game, is that it is, when you know what you're doing at least, it's really short. And it's actually very limited on difficulty options. Well, let me clarify. Apparently, very easy and easy are like ridiculously easy. Normal is still pretty generous with health and stuff like that. And checkpoints. Expert kind of goes too far. Instead of adding lots of new enemies and stuff like that, it you know, you gotta go through like the whole level. I think you gotta go through the whole level without dying. And health doesn't refresh from section to section. You have to actually get health pickups now. So I would have liked a normal difficulty level, but with like twice as many enemies or something. Like, that would have been a nice middle ground between normal and expert, and it would give it more replay value. Who knows if they'll do downloadable content for this. I'd be down for it if they did. But I mean, it's still an amazing game as is. It is fun to try to master it. I still haven't mastered it yet. I've gotten pretty good at a good portion of the game. But that last boss still gives me a lot of trouble. So we'll see what happens. I'll probably try to do another run tomorrow. And then see if I can record a quick play. But I don't know. We'll see. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Yeah, the intro is pretty badass, too. I mean, it screams like 16 and early 32-bit era with its style, which is awesome. Neo Geo type stuff, Sega Genesis, Mega Drive stuff. Good 2D stuff on Saturn and PlayStation. It's pretty sweet. But, yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Thanks to everybody that hung out. Scott, Aberdeen, Diehard, Tom, Half-Blind Gamer. I think that was everybody that popped in tonight, actually. Aberdeen. Yeah, that was everybody. So, next time, well, I was going to say next time I'm going to try to post this on more like social media avenues to give you guys a bigger heads up. Bigger advanced heads up when I'm going live like this, but I was a little wishy-washy today on whether I was going to actually do this or not. But, yeah. But, yeah, thanks, guys, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Unfortunately, my kitties are both on the opposite sides of the room, so I can't show them off. So we'll go ahead and just end with the usual slides. But I really appreciate it. Yeah, you have a great evening too, Scott. Thanks again for hanging out. But, alrighty, guys. most of you, if you made it this far, you probably won't be seeing this for like another month down the road. So, yeah, hopefully you backers that were watching today enjoyed your time here. I enjoyed the conversation. We had a lot of good conversation. But alrighty, guys, I'm out. Have a good night. Take care.